if he's really feeling it, he goes back to the Yuzhong if the trade looks good. But I really think Falcons just lean towards the Valentina. If they want fast rotation and to match it, I don't think they really go far south. Because we only saw how much that could do in the last game. Eve's gone, Jusen's gone.
Wait, they don't. Okay.
Okay.
Even Marcel too, you know, like I mean, he does tend to just pop up in the second phase, but
yeah. Marcel still completely snubbed this entire game. No bans whatsoever.
Oh, so tough.
Either they get the strong lockdown, get the high loss back for JP, but they do sometimes bring the Baksha for JP roam. If ever they can go EXP, either go for the Lapu or the Alice or match it. I think that's what they're discussing. The Sora can also get picked up here and they just ban out Valen or pick up Valentina for themselves. So they have the Sora priority here for them, and it's the Valentina instead.
Okay. I was wondering if Sanji was like open to picking it up.
The Valentina?
Yeah. So now they do finally. So are they still gonna? Cause it's still a carry either way. So might as well take out the Farsa. But you do have the Baksha. So
I still think that is gonna be a Baksha jungle.
yeah.
Rome JP, we might not have seen it yet.
Oh, it's a Luli again.
With the Loli getting taken out.
I'd love to see like a unique pick from Haji, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Up against a Valentina anyway too.
We know he can, but
Yeah.
I still think, even though I know for the teams they really don't like picking up Zetian against the Valentina, the Zetian would be really good for them. Because of the Valentina pickup on Red 3, this actually forces a ban. There's an instant forced ban on the Sora, because if you gave that just would have been too much to give, way too much value. I think I'm going to take out another mid laner. Because the thing is, if you show your Roamer Red 4 and it's still open, you can Valir for Haji.
Valir.
Yeah, and Valir, Fredrin, Glue. It's going to be tough for Carl Tizzy and whatever roam pick JP ends up with, if ever.
Or the Lilia too, I think.
Oh, yes, of course, the Lilia.
Yeah, if we're after that same idea.
We might also end up seeing a sudden swerve roam Baksha and then a Harley jungle yet again for Carl Tizzy. They take out the CC, which could mean they are looking for strong, beefier, EXP frontliners that would get countered by a curtain call by CC.
The high loss is still there.
Yeah.
They want to use it again.
Hylos, Baksha, Valentina. Oh, that's so much aggro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, what can be the pick to just really answer and deny Teddy of another?
Carries there. It might be a... So in consideration for Falcons is also the Kimi.
Yeah.
If they don't want to give any of the really good ultimates from the Farsa or Zetian.
Okay, so they go ahead and ban out the Kalea. So that's going to be taking control of. So a lot of the roams were the focus here from Team Falcons, obviously towards JP now for TLPH.
So
what do they pick up here?
they're okay with the high loss getting through. There you go.
Full aggro. I think just go Valir or Lilia. I know the Kimi looks so enticing, but Valir and Lilia are so good against the Hylos and the Baksha.
At least for Liquid, they don't reveal the EXP lane yet, so they might have other angles to work with. But
and if ever it's Valir or Lilia, Liquid are then forced to pick up a EXP laner like the Lapu Lapu to burst out and take away either the Black Shoes of the Lilia and the Vengeance Flame of the Valir.
Yeah.
Which would actually put Team Liquid Philippines in a more dangerous scenario, because if they get outplayed, then they're gonna commit too much and then they lose their front line. Valir or Lilia for Falcons, just... But I know Kimi sounds so enticing for them, probably.
Yeah, especially with the Fred Glue. I'd like to see the Valir.
Oh, they got the Lapu.
Valir! Good call, Mr. Renmar. This was banned
there you go.
yesterday. It hasn't won yet, though.
Yeah.
But it does get picked up, and it serves that immediate purpose against this kind of composition that TLPH is bringing.
So great.
And it's a roam glue, though. The last time we saw this, it didn't go so well for Brusco.
It's the exact same pairing too. It was the blue Rome and the Valier mid.
And the Valier mid, that's what Brusco and Super Friends brought out for Onyx last week. And it didn't go well for them because they couldn't get the early game that they want. So Rome glue is good if you get the good early game and you give early deaths to the glue. If not, then you're gonna feel how bad it is. Oh, Sanford brings back a Benedetta.
I know someone over on the other side of me is very, very happy.
Yeah, someone
Earlier,
on the other side.
it was midnight. Now it's Womi.
Just look at him. Sorry, you guys can see him, but this was a pick that Flap also brought out the last time they went up against each other during the qualifiers. And now it's Sanford who's using it against Team Falcons.
I like it. Both lineups have great conditions. It's leaning a little bit more for Falcons in the numbers side.
Yep.
But you could clearly see the ideas where they could both mess up and excel in the early to the mid game. One difference is it's a roamer with Revitalize versus a roamer without. We look at roam and mid. Ogwin and Haji versus JP and Sanji to determine who will win majority of this game.
Well, here we go. MPL Arena is lit up right now for our star match here for this week. And we're jumping into a Game 3 of the Clash of Titans. Team Falcons or Team Liquid Philippines, which one will win the series? Let's jump into the Land of Dawn here. Now, looking at this across the board, I think that's the main question. Can the Valier actually be a nuisance enough to stop with this pressure in the mid lane? We see so much. JP taking quite a bit of damage here, but he does have the Revitalize still. Holds on to it, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sanford comfortable right now. He did get him pure magic worship.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Wow, Super Marco.
Whoa, Teddy, okay. Yeah, Liquid definitely has to deny that early start.
Well, Sanford here too.
And it might be easier for them to pull off this time because there's this kind of the XP laner.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
He's quite low. He does have Petrify.
Okay.
Shield. Oh, Eye for no more Eye for nine.
Oh, he waited for the Petrify. Oh my goodness, these two EXP laners are going at it.
That was actually really smart by Sanford. Instead of going back to where the rest of his minion was, if ever he went there, Flap would have regained so much health through Spell Vamp with the Blade Toss.
Wow.
But instead, Sanford went to the other side, meaning Flap couldn't make the most out of the Spell Vamp that he could have gotten, and he also didn't deal damage onto Sanford. Great trading by the two EXP laners.
That's what I'm saying, man. Sometimes with certain games, I wish we had cameras on every lane.
Yeah.
Because you get to see them go ahead and duke it out like that. But now, since no one went down in the early portion of this game, you have the turtle coming up in just a second here. A trip from Carl Teasy. Kyle is here as well, so he's going to be fine. But they will ultimately want to set up for this turtle.
Okay.
No clear advantages. Oh, they're both playing it so well. But Sanford will be hitting level 4 first. Flap has gotten frozen out. And instead of, they tried to find an angle to help Flap, but JP is also here to mess them up.
Okay, an eye for an eye! Oh, Flap still survives with the flicker, but there goes Ogwin though. Can they actually find a target here? Still doesn't have the ultimate, but both Sanford and JP are already pretty low, but they're just gonna go and burst the turtle. Oh,
okay.
Fight still going on. Okay, that's Ogwin all alone. Flap goes down first though. Raven Spider already committed. JP gets traded out, but Sanford fights Kyle. And now Sanji with the stolen Raven Spider gets to take down Haji as well.
The read by Sanji to steal the ultimate of the Lapu Lapu to be able to deal more damage in that fight. What's the turning point? 2 kills right away for the Lone Stallion.
Ooh, and Sanford's going to get a whole lot of that extra gold right now too off of that fight.
Yeah.
A very decisive early turtle already for TLPH to go ahead and give them this bit of a lead.
Yeah, I guess this is one of the things I was really looking out for. Like, how does Sanford utilize the eye for an eye to take advantage of the crowd controls that are coming in from Falcons? But Teddy, he will be taken down by Ogwin there. No way out for him, unfortunately. Oh, the Landshaker still lands! Flop, can he actually find the kill on Sanford? The Regen 2 makes it! These two XP laners, oh my goodness.
Flop and 40, what a show. Carl Teasy gets spotted by Ogwin, grab.
Okay, grab brings him closer to Super Marco, but they don't have enough damage to work with Carl just yet.
Yeah, there's even with a Valier, it's not like you have a bunch of bursts yet just to be able to use. It's more of a bit of a dot damage, and then the stun, of course, that comes with it. So even if you get a good grab, it's a little difficult to capitalize on a kill, at least for now. We'll see what itemization Haji decides to go with here.
First utility item for the board for anyone is a Dreadnought armor for Kyle. Thinking about Sanford and, you know, not even Sanji, because he'll still be dealing magic and a little bit of physical when he steals the Bravest Fighter away. It's Flap with the War Axe first. Ogren, I think, is forced to build. Trying to see what's he doing. Ah, he goes for the Molten Essence. Oh, is he going to turn that into a full-on Cursed Helmet? That might be too much if he does.
Sanji picks up the Lightning Truncheon already too. Has no idea there are actually 2 members there. At least he got to check though. Okay, can Teddy follow up? No.
Good check. Super Marco's going to be fine. So they'll rotate for this turtle. Carltesi was holding it there to see if they can make a play, but he'll wait for the team to kind of rotate for the turtle. Flap jumps in.
That was the Blade of the Heptases in for Sanford. Glorious Pathway already committed as well. 4 members being zoned out. 2 Messer from the Land Shaker, but Teddy is here to join the fight. He's actually throwing out all those shurikens. Sanji yet again with another stolen Bravest Fighter. Kyle and Ogwen have to run away, but Sanji's going for the chase, and he finds another double.
Sanji just saying, I am you.
Oh my God.
He's looking for another, but JP will secure the kill on Marco.
Can Ogwen trade here? Grab, brings him closer to JP.
He's committing it.
Get him, Ogwen.
Okay.
Get him.
We're just watching this unfold.
What?
Is he still
Oh my God.
Ogwen, Sanford on the skilling spree as well, finds Haji too. Now it's Flap, tries to look for the trades, but it's the Electro final blow, and Team Liquid finally disengage.
Oh, the built-in regen for Valentina. If I'm not mistaken, that's through her second skill.
Maneuvers.
That
was a maneuver.
Pure rage. Oh no, yeah, she has mana, so she doesn't regain health. I love this battle between these 2, man. These 2 always put on a show.
We need cameras everywhere, as nicely said.
That was just really good. I've gone fan mode. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just I'm just appreciating now.
You just see these kind of team fights, and you know exactly why this is a clash of tie-ins here. Now, Team Falcons find themselves in a very tough situation. You're talking about 6 minutes in, taking a look at the Infinix hand cam here, specifically for Sanford on this Benedetta, who's been doing work, man. 4-0.
Sansan has been doing work. They're both 4-0 and 3, mirrored KDA.
This is the Sansan game.
This is the Sand game for sure.
Yeah, if Liquid does win this game, can we like have 2 MVPs?
But it's just Sansan.
Sansan, and you count them as one.
They are one.
Or you do some weird amalgamation of their faces melded together.
Wait, I think I saw something similar to that like a couple seasons ago.
I think there's tools out there in the world that can actually do that pretty quickly. But going back to this one.
Let's get a human to do it.
No, Redmar, there's not enough time.
Okay.
Last turtle of the game is up. It's started up by Carltesi. Team Falcons might be looking to scrape something up if they can, but they have so much room to cover here. They can't even get space into the objective, and I think even the First Lord might look like that.
Yeah, now they have to find a way to get a bit more farm for Super Marco, because river control and
he's gone!
Unstoppable for Sanford. There's a clash happening here in the purple block. Glorious Pathway already used, but Ogwen pushes him out. JP is the trade for Team Falcons.
Oh, JP goes down, but a trade, and Super Marco falls further behind in the gold lane right now. He might have been able to farm up the best he can, but every death sets him back further. Sanford still knowing that he's confident enough on this Benedetta to get out of these sticky situations.
No way! Oh my God! Kyle tried to chase him. There goes the retribution, but will he still try and go for another outplay? A Razor's Wrath already lands, but it's not enough. Carltesi joining in. Blackstar Shield Unity. Oh, the taunt actually catches him in time, but then can they do this?
Under the turret.
Kyle under the turret. Finds an outplay on Carltesi.
Okay, Falcons are finding turnarounds. So the reason why Kyle could not get help for the longest time is because the members of Liquid decided to commit into the mid lane to delay the help for Kyle. But now Carl and Sanji got a little bit too greedy. Sanji died in the mid lane with the diversion that Liquid was doing, while Carltesi just took too much damage from the turrets. Still, is Liquid in the lead? This Sanford Benedetta is dealing way too much damage. It's full damage item that he's going for. Heptases and then the Sea Halberd second. That's why he hurt so much.
Sanford.
Oh, the petrify once more. Electro final blow cancelled, but he still gets to use it to get to safety.
Somebody stop this guy.
Oh
I mean,
my God.
Sanford is just out of control. 7-0-3, locked in. And even earlier, that play under the turret, Carl Teasy smiled after he died because I think they were just going for a style point at that point. And now they continue to put the pressure on the turret.
Oh, Liquid are all over the place. Haji falling down first is not looking good for Falcons.
Oh no.
All 5 members approaching mid.
Sanford क्या खेल रहा है guys?
Has been on, and Falcons with their wings continue to get trampled through Sansan, through the IMU of the Valentina, through the individual play of Sanford.
I don't know how many eyes he's collecting, man. I know it's called eye for an eye, but Sanford's got nearly the whole team and the wings from Team Falcons right now as Lord is secured. I'm wondering, I'm curious how Team Falcons defends this push. Their wave clear, it's not the best.
Yeah.
You know, they might have to utilize their ultimates, especially the Claude, and then you have the Valir. I mean, he's just now getting the golden staff. Super Marco doesn't even have the Trinity. He's still working on the Cross Scythe. Yes, he's got the bow there, but man, they have so much ground to cover at this point.
Yeah.
And they got control. TLPH looking to punch it into the base here.
When things are way too even in the draft, it takes individual greatness to make it go in favor of the opposing team, and Sanford is feeling it.
He knows.
He knows that Liquid are on the way to completing the reverse sweep
Hey.
of Falcons.
We should get the Infinix hand cam for that.
Yeah. We should have used it here.
Yeah, here we go. Base being pressured. Glorious Pathway drop down as they wait for the Lord to go ahead and charge in.
Okay, that's a flicker used by Ogwen. I think in an attempt to find someone or at least deny Liquid from pushing forward.
Yeah, sucks here for Falcons as now Blade Armor is also up for Carl Teasy. Chastise there for Kyle, but at this point it's really the Sanford Benedetta that's your biggest problem. That's the majority of the damage coming out of him.
Oh, okay, the grab finally lands.
Bring it back.
Yep, they bring JP back, but JP is just so free to walk back towards his teammates, and
Here's
now
the flicker.
even the ultimates are getting used. Haji no longer has his. Team Liquid are going at Falcons. Teddy finds the kill on Flap. Kyle, even with the energy eruption, barely finds a play for his team.
Yeah, that was a desperate move by Ogwen. He already committed his flicker in the last defense up top. Him committing that grab was not the right move.
Oh my goodness, the damage from Sanji. It's insane. Now there is another taunt coming in from Kyle, but they somehow still defend the base turret. At least for Falcons. They're able to do that much, but Sanji! Oh my goodness, amazing do it from Super Marco. Liquid are gonna be okay with this. Teddy. Oh my.
Oh.
Okay.
They had to disengage. That was getting a little bit too messy and chaotic, but TLPH just kind of seeing just how much they can get away with.
Bro, the Sansan game.
Sansan game.
This is the Sansan game.
Can we somehow get both of them as MVPs?
Yeah, I'd like that.
He stole the Blazing Duet to survive that, bro.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate because even if you want to look at Haji to be the guy to stop these engages from Team Liquid, it seems as if he's just always forced to use his skills way too early. Just because.
Yeah.
It's literally just because. And now they find Kyle all alone once again. Even if Open is there, there's not much he can do. Sanford too, trying to take care of the back lines. The grab actually lands on Teddy. Might be massive for Falcons right here. But then Open is left all alone. And now Sanford up against Fire! Still finds the kill on Kyle!
Oh, and they're going to deal with Ogwen too. He's split off from the team.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, another stolen Bravest Fighter. That's 2 members of Falcons down. And Open isolated up here, close to Liquid and their territory. It seems like they don't care anymore. They're going to try and go for the end. That's going to be Sanford once again. Legendary on this Benedetta. Open 2's going to pull a shut down.
Flap's still fighting. He might be able to keep them into this game if he can buy enough time and clear out this waves, but now JP makes his way to the base.
Okay, JP's here.
Kyle's back. Marco in 4, Marco in 3.
They're good. They bought enough time. That was a split team fight, but ultimately it all leads to TLPH to take this Lord here.
Okay.
They're going. Oh, Liquid decide to slow it down because they know Falcons will be desperate enough to try and go forward. They leave Marco to clear up minion waves. Valir is back. Will be able to clear the one up top. And Falcons still jockeying for position, but they're not going to be able to go for the full one yet.
Okay.
Haji with a Divine Glaive still not going to be enough. It's way too easy for Liquid to access. The
That's
Valir would have been good if it was a
exactly
different, slower EXP laner, but again, this Benedetta has been massive. Malefic Roar already, full damage item build is there for Sanford.
Oh, of course, Pathway dropped down. They're looking to cut off Team Falcons.
Literally cutting them off here. It's only Teddy and Carl working on this objective. And that's all it took for Liquid to push Falcons back. The glorious Pathway and the threat of... I guess you could count them as 2 XP laners now, because Sanji just keeps getting the bravest fighter.
This has been the Liquid show. Channeling back to the House of Highlights. Only up to the Queen's Wings, 4 flaps, Lapu Lapu. Oh, almost completely taken down Sanford, but of course, the Rose Gold Meteor is there to provide the shields that he needs. Liquid have too many items. They can end it here. They just need to make sure it's steady for Teddy, and Sanji and Sanford deal the damage to help set up for the carry.
Okay, JP tries to go in first. Oh, he's stunned under the turret, though.
JP.
Might not be good for Team Liquid. Still survives, already using the Revitalize. Sanford waiting for the right timing to just go in. The minions are already inside! Open already forced to flicker out, he's very low! Sanford still finishes off the job! The Lord gets working off by Team Falcons. Sanji going with the bravest fighter, but Falcons are just gonna clear the wave!
Liquid is still standing there waiting for the next minion waves to come in. There's no more glue, it's 5 versus 4. Liquid still in this.
Okay.
But Falcons will try to hold on.
Another glorious pathway available. There you go. JP already using it to try and go in. Multiple attempts from Falcons to defend. But in the end of the day, it's Flap who's miraculously trying to go for the defense. It's a triple kill for Teddy and a win for Team Liquid.
They
Nice game, nice
debut
game.
their second gold laner of the
Team
season.
match. Oh,
And they win through a reverse sweep. Welcome to the MPL. Overthinking saying, yeah, it might not really be good enough. It doesn't have enough dash. Slightly faster farm for the carry, considering that her damage profile is true damage that she deals. So now they match the rotational speed. They pick up the Kali just in case this Baksha is a sudden swerve and it goes into the roam with a Revitalize, similar to what Chapnu showed off yesterday.
Yeah, and works really well with broken walls too. Only that hopefully it gets paired up with a very high mobility or a similar mage in terms of playstyle. I'm looking at the Farsas, but since there's also a Valentina, Team Liquid Philippines might be considering some other options out there. They took out the Kalea too, though, so yeah, considering I guess they really want to force the Baksha to just go in the jungle.
Yeah, and if it goes in the jungle, we've seen this, so many times. The Fred versus Baksha jungle matchup turns into a utility game and objective focus for both these teams. Jungle matchup turns into a utility game and objective focus for both these teams. And the next ban's going to be the Louis Yi. This is still obviously targeted for the fact that TLPH, one of the few teams that likes to go ahead and pick up the Louis, and we've seen them do crazy things with that pick alone. So we'll see if there's still going to be a focus also on the mid lane, if there's one more ban for them from Team Falcons.
So we have to consider that the Sora is still open and might end up for TLPH and Red 4. If ever Liquid decide to suddenly show off a different EXP laner, they can go ahead and take the Sora Falcons, but then Liquid can answer right away with Arlott, one of the picks that can actually answer the Sora relatively well. But then, that's why, again, we go back to a point we were making yesterday, the beauty of the Valentina getting picked early. If you have the idea of that you're going up against an Arlott, you have a Sora for yourself, you're giving a final slash to the team with a Valentina.
And then you get a chance to get 1,000 diamonds. Can work really great with this lineup, but then you're ultimately also getting 2 great options in terms of... Actually, no, there's like 3 great options for the Valentina to get an ultimate. Not only that, but also we've seen the Fredrin also be taken by Valentina with a great timing on using the energy eruption for, of course. So there's a whole lot here that can take... There it is, Sora's picked in.
Okay. So they go ahead and still play the Sora into the Valentina. Again, not impossible, but then now that also makes Team Liquid Philippines be a little bit more careful with their engagements. Hey, do you want 1,000 MLBB diamonds?
You can get a chance to do that right now, Superfans. You can scan that QR right there. Let us know. Predict the match winner correctly and then you get a chance to get 1,000 diamonds. You'll have plenty of chances today, as again, this is a triple header, Super Fam Sunday. Saturday. It's Saturday. Super Family
okay,
Saturday.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
I also want to feel like it's a Super Fan Saturday, but the way we just started off with the Clash of Titans makes it feel very grand finals-ish.
What a way to start the day, you know, for this one. Take a look at the lineups here. This is what we've got for our game one in this best of 3. Team Falcons versus TLPH. You guys can let us know what you think in the comments too. Who's got this one? Who's got the better draft? I have to say that on both sides, I think depending on that early game goes, we've seen it with Valentina where they're able to secure themselves an early game and make things happen. We'll see if that happens for Team Falcons here or TLPH takes this one quickly.
ओए MPL का carry का skin क्या है भाई?
Trio trades early on. If anyone's gonna be forced to use a flicker, a battle spell, very early, forced to go back, losing minion waves and levels for themselves, or add to that also, again, who gets to flank EXP lane first?
Okay, there you go.
This is what I'm talking about, man. And it's funny because they're the typical combo, the Valentina Khalid, are across from each other, but they do poke each other quite down. But at least for the Khalid for JP, you can go ahead and just kind of heal yourself back up. He's going to go ahead and secure this side of the jungle too for Carl TZ as Ogwen's trying to get that information over here.
Good man marking onto Carl. So Falcons have the laning on red right now. Teddy going up against his signature pick and handling the laning well so far against Super Marco.
Yeah, that was the Purify. Already forced out.
By the way, Kyle didn't go straight for his orange. What he did was a purple route, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. They were the ones that got litho. Then he went into the jungle of TLPH, got a green cap, did not get the gold crab, and now is gonna get late orange buff.
And that's just because he had the intuition he needed that Ogwen provided on the shoulder there. So decides to go that route, sets himself up to go ahead and get a good early rotation. We'll see if they actually try to make a play before the turtle comes up, but with these kind of lineups, I'm not sure if that's going to be something they want to do here. Takes a visit in the mid lane, but they just ultimately want to set up for the objective.
Okay, there's so much mobility for both of these individuals going up against each other, but they're both setting up for this turtle.
Flap now level 4. Sanford not yet. He just needs to get that EXP grab, and TLPH are helping him get there.
Well, Sanji, gotta be careful. Multiple members waiting for him.
Haji took his feathered airstrike too, so the fight for the first turtle.
Okay, JP, they're trying to take him down already. That's the energy eruption already committed. JP falls first. Sanford trying to look for Haji. The flicker's forced out, but Sanford uses his flicker just the same. The feathered airstrike gets cancelled, but the turtle goes over to Falcons, and Flap is still chasing after Sanji!
Oh, even with the... I mean, they secured the turtle. They're still going to be fighting it out in the jungle, though.
Yep, JP going back. Carl TZ though gets caught. It's a double. Flap takes him down, and JP's next.
That's a hot start for the Falcons. They get the turtle. They're gonna get the orange buff, despite the great impact of Sanford on that Sora, canceling out the feathered airstrike really quickly. Sanji with his own FAS.
Okay, that's another cancel. Fortunately, got the orange buff though.
Okay, he got it. At least Sanji got it.
At least Sanji got it.
I gotta say too, going back to that fight, great job by Sanford to stick on Haji to kind of lock him down, but they lost that fight, man. Even with that, Team Falcons just showcasing that, you know, they've been around these turtle dances, these lord dances so many times, especially with this kind of lineup, that they know that target acquisition they have to go for and ultimately get the upper hand. Now with this, it's 1,000+ lead for them, but they're going to continue to press on the wound.
Okay,
JP.
it's a back shield unit. JP couldn't even use the quick sand guard. They're just pushing forward every single time.
Yeah, let's see who's going to get this purple buff. Both junglers have their retributions. Carl TZ puts it in the bush.
Oh, Ogwen doing such a great job here. Still, Carl gets to secure his purple buff.
So we saw from the earlier trade the difference in the impacts between the Sora and the Phoveus. Because of the damage profile, let's look at Team Liquid Philippines. They don't necessarily have something that will mess up this Phoveus early on, because we know how Phoveus excels with longer team fights, how long he can drag a team fight out, jump in on you, the spell vamp that he'll be able to get as well, the damage that he's constantly dealing, that you're not really going to feel damage onto Flap's Phoveus up until Teddy Cutie joins in the fight. So Liquid is going to be Teddy now looking to slow things down a little bit, try to stop Falcons from getting into a massive 5K, 6K gold lead, and then once Teddy Cutie starts joining in, they can be a little bit more comfortable trying to take the EXP laner down.
Yeah, just look at Flap. He's starting things up all by himself, raging Sandstorm though, and there goes the ultimate coming in from Sanford as well. They finally find the kill on Ogun, but can they still last? That's Haji, Flap, and Kyle already working with Car. Somehow still gets to survive, but not for long. Sanji now joining in. There's another Infernal Pursuit. JP might just get away with this, but Flap says no.
5-0-1 for Flap right now, and he just goes and slams down on TLPH.
That's what I'm talking about. And he first built the Dreadnought armor as his item, meaning that even the damage being dealt to him by the Sora has decreased. The damage being dealt to him by JP and Carl Teasy has decreased. So, yeah, this is the unfortunate reality of the Team Liquid Philippines lineup early on. Again, you're just waiting. You're looking at Team Liquid for Steady Teddy to come online.
Yeah, this is why we put so much emphasis on the EXP lane matchup in the keys to victory yet again, or probably almost every single time these two teams go up against each other. Let's see how this goes. The turtle already below half HP. JP using the quick sand guard. Ogun also from behind. Sanji using the feathered airstrike from far away. Flap, there's just no one able to deal with this guy.
This is just a fun time for Ophovius at this point. Turtle secured now for Team Falcons, and there is not an answer for Flap currently, as he just has free reign on whoever he decides to go on.
First big box shot too, working really well for Falcons. Kyle has not gone down yet. The value of the Tortoise's Puissance, very good. No build on any dominance ice, but they did get glowing on priority for Haji, so you still get the stacking of the healing reduction.
Okay, a little 1v1 here. Heaven's Wrath used by Sanford.
Oh,
Three-man rotation down bottom though. Teddy, at least he gets to keep himself safe, but they lose that turret.
Well-timed rotation by Falcons to finally get Super Marco out of lane at the same time. Well-timed defense by Liquid to make sure that Teddy will not get taken out by a surprise gank by Falcons. So again, still very even. Both teams clearly understand their own conditions. They're just playing for it. Still a very close game. There's a chance Liquid can turn this around, but you do really need Teddy involved. But the question is, how will it go when Super Marco is involved? Will you actually have enough to deal with both the Claude and the Phobius on the side of Falcons?
Take a look right now, both gold laners are basically having the time of their life farming up. You know, they haven't had to be in too much of this just because the rest of the members on both sides are doing everything they need to do. So that is a great question to see just exactly how it's going to change once you lead into that first big objective, once this either turtle is taken again by Team Falcons, then we get to the Lord, because by that time, definitely both gold laners will have that trinity of items they're looking for and be a big part of winning the team fight for the team here.
Yeah, speaking of trinity, Super Marco decided to go for the Claude path of building the Swift Crossbow, not full building that into Corrosion Scythe, but then going DHS right after that, because now that he's out of the lane and he has DHS and a Swift Crossbow, it's a soft, almost there trinity that he also actually has the lifesteal to be able to sustain himself during the fights. That's why they get Falcons, they get Marco out of lane, make him join up so that he'll be more difficult to take down.
Okay, so this third turtle of the game is up. We'll see if they get control of it or not, but they're going to actually force Sanford quite low. Oh, Ogun!
Okay, now speaking of Teddy joining, they actually find Ogun there. Appraiser's Wrath already used. Flap though, still. Somehow, look at the damage already coming in from Sanji. Forces out the flicker. And now Sanford going in. There's a taunt onto Kyle. But they have one member down.
Ogun's taken out, but you still have two very strong frontliners for Falcons. They overloaded their front line to set things up now for Super Marco. And it's also a tanky front line that can win the early to mid. But as we see, TLPH have got Teddy involved. They're trading out towers in the sides. Teddy was able to get a kill on the board. It's very even, very Titans. It's just going to blow up into one big fight.
Yeah, and that's going to happen around this Lord here. So as they fight for control, we'll see exactly how they manage Super Marco at the same time, because he's just sitting down on this bottom side. Sanford will push him off. But still, it's TLPH knowing that it's kind of great if they can get a pick off. If not, they go full on fight Team Falcons, but so far it's maintaining distance from Flap. Now, Flap doesn't have his flicker, which they might even wait for and just try to delay the Lord take till all this is available for them. But that's one thing to take note of too. Even that small lead that Team Falcons has right now, if Flap goes down and he gets shut down and let's say it goes to Teddy, that's a whole lot of gold.
Oh, that's massive. Wings by Wings canceled by Kyle and his entry. Now that's a crucial pickoff,
Yeah.
but it's Falcons this time.
Because even Sanji used the flicker there, so that's a big win for Falcons. Team Liquid are trying to contest.
Okay, they might want to try, but Kyle has his back to shield unity once again. Ulti already committed by Teddy here, but KarlTzy gets isolated all alone, gets picked off by Super Marco. JP looking like the next target, so Sanford and Teddy have no choice but to run away.
That was such a good decision from Team Falcons. They knew they had a numbers advantage, but then Kyle's like, well, I'm a box ya. I'm just going to take a trip around to the back line. Finds KarlTzy right there, and then they go ahead and get themselves a kill, plus a secure on the Lord.
Falcons really do not give a damn about the box of Team Liquid Philippines right now. They know how easily they can just penetrate the formation, break down the Team Liquid Philippines strategy, dive Sanji without Sanji. It's too much to ask from the carry. JP also has suffered 6 deaths in this game as well. 3 for KarlTzy. Falcons might be on the way here, but again, with these two, they do have that weird tendency. Lord 1 trying to march into the base. They end up taking a lot. Look at how many belts that Boxer has, man. I know he's going for Sky Guardian helmet, but that's crazy. No wonder he's so beefy.
Hey, you know what? If only you could wear 3 belts in real life.
I've tried it. It's not fun.
Okay, well, he's got the Guardian helm now. And so that's locked in. They still have the Lord down bot. It's going to take out this tier 2 turret in the bottom side. They're trying to make a play up here, though, so Torn's going to be used by Sanford, but they're really just trying to staunch some of this bleeding that's happening across the map. You can see in a matter of minutes, the lead ballooning now for Team Falcons.
Didn't even get to force the Purify out for Super Marco. So a lot of their key members have remained deathless up to this point, but at least they get to work and defend their holy shield. Oh, wait.
Oh, they almost kept it up.
Oh, no. JP will get punished here, though. That's a knock-up, another from the Dark Wave. Sanford can't fight the setup, too. They're just trying to defend their base turrets.
Classic Claude move, man. Make it seem like you're gonna get taken out, but then you're fine, and then your team jumps, and whoever decided to jump on you, seventh death for JP.
Yeah, definitely a tough one for JP this game from start to this point right now, and you know, you've all been there. You've all seen the roamers feel like that, and it's a frustrating place to be in because even though you're supposed to be one of those frontliners or setters for the team, you're kind of just getting blown up, and you gotta almost rely on someone else to help you set things up or at least be there. But even then, you know, you're looking at the itemization difference. Gold lane, Teddy has had quite a bit of time to farm up. He's got a Trinity, but he's just the problem is, and this is what we see with a lot of carries when they're locked into a composition. If they don't have the space to work with, they're almost non-existent. Like we've seen that before. Yes, he got a solo kill earlier on, or he got a kill on Ogwen, sorry, but he's not able to actually utilize these items that he has on the carry just yet.
It's a very TNC week 1 type of situation that we're seeing. Although he did, get a kill earlier, but that was when the team fight was sort of split up, when it favored them a bit more. But I doubt at this point that Falcons will even allow that to happen, because even looking at their lineup, I think the only person who could just really go and split, at least now that they're in the lead, is Marco, who could just easily catch up too.
Yeah, look, 3-level gap between Marco and Teddy right now. 15 for Marco, 12 for Teddy. And consider the fact that Falcons doesn't even have, well, based on the last item check that we saw, any direct counter items for this carry, and they're still doing fine. No Dommy, no Chastise, no Blade Armor. It's just raw brute force defense that's messing up the Roamid trio. That even then at this point, with Teddy being there, now there's finally a Chastise Pauldron that Teddy has to watch out for on Ogwen that will slow down his attack speed. Dare I say, because of how we saw it, Falcons have won the draft through the Phoveus EXP lane.
Yeah, Flap's start in this game and just how dominant he's been throughout this is exactly why he was highlighted in the keys to victory here for this matchup. And so they'll go ahead and fight for positioning around this Lord. KarlTzy does pick up a Pauldron himself, but I'm not sure if, depending on what JP is able to do here alongside KarlTzy, but Flap jumps in again. Let's see if there's a response, just kind of heat checking TLPH. Gaining space here.
Okay, Kyle with the back to shield unity, but this is enough. This is enough space to work with. Liquid will not contest.
So you don't have to fight. You don't have to force anything. If you just whittle down JP and they have no entry point.
Yeah, they couldn't. And with the siege too, yes, there is a Farsa, but it's only a 2-item Farsa. Even with the Divine Glaive Rush, there's already 3 Athena shields. Falcons can, my favorite statement, throw bodies. Team Liquid Philippines, when it comes to the base siege, that will provide all the ample space for Super Marco. There are still 2 base turrets, no, excuse me, I believe 3 base turrets that Falcons needs to bleed through. They have to manage the top and bottom lane minion wave, but this could be an end angle already.
Yeah, it's going to be so tough for Teddy to actually do his job here. Though he does have the flicker, so they could probably take advantage of that in terms of repositioning and finding the right targets. These are 3 waves synced up, near perfect by Falcons, so they're bound to lose. Hopefully. Or for Falcons, they definitely want to lose all. Oh, but that's a setup coming in from JP. Surprising damage coming in from Liquid as well. Multiple flickers burned. That's Sanford going on to the back line as well. Still flickers to safety as well. Liquid have actually lost just 1 base turret from that. Now make it 2.
Okay, they still have a minion wave in bottom, but I think, yeah, Team Liquid Philippines will now push out and stop Falcons' siege. See if they can get a win here. If they can get the purple buff plus a kill. No, well, Falcons are not going to show themselves to allow that. There's still 1 base turret for Liquid. Not over yet.
2 turrets down off that Lord push. A healthy lead here for Team Falcons. And they know they don't have to force it. That's one of the situations. It was also... It's one of these compositions for TLPH where they should have a decent defense when it comes to the base defense and clear things out, but they might be overzealous here.
Oh my goodness, Ogwen and Kyle both went on Carl at the same time! But that's a Raging Sandstorm setup. Teddy getting to land his basic attack. Flap though getting shredded as well! A setup from Sanford shutting down Flap!
Super
now
Marco.
the screen, but he gets traded out as well. Sanji somehow finds another kill, but now it's Kyle and Super Marco finding Teddy!
Sanji and JP have to run back. Marco! The difference maker was the Valentina. Sanji with the flicker, the stun!
Okay, Curse of Crow! Marco does not force it.
They have minions. Top, mid, Feathered Airstrike back for Sanji. JP has good wave clear as well.
They're gonna clear as much as they can. Super Marco though will definitely still give it a try. There are minions that are still gonna march in. A Terrify on JP, but he still gets the last wave. Just has not for long. Will this be enough? The wave clear. The retry from Carl still defends the base.
They bought enough time to stay in the game. They have to continue to defend, let themselves get back into the game. But man, TLPH somehow didn't lose there. Team Falcons, they went for a fight in the mid lane. Super Marco was able to join. It was a shutdown though on Flap, so we do have some of that gold going over to TLPH, but nonetheless, Team Falcons still in full control. They do have control around this Lord here, and now it's going to be interesting. Does TLPH take what just happened and try to do something about this? But without JP, there's nothing they can do.
It's a blitz for Falcons, and Liquid will need to pull off another miracle with this defense. The minions are going to look great for Falcons with the siege. 8,000 gold lead. That was the best looking fight for Liquid since the early portions of this game, yet it still took way too much to get what looked like a measly win. Falcons, it's endable, but will Liquid pull off another miracle?
I think with this, Team Falcons has this win in sight, depending on how they approach the space, because now you only have that 1 base turret down on bot that TLPH can play against, and at the same time, this is going to be crucial in how they decide to defend using that Feather Airstrike.
Look, 3 Chastised Pauldrons for the side of Falcons, Winter Crowns there, Steady Teddy just waiting for the last item. I believe it's a Malefic Gun, but he already has a Wind of Nature. Ogun with a Conceal, they're pushing back Liquid.
Yeah, they get to reveal the Conceal play though. Kyle showing up. Back to Shield Unity. They have to defend the Lord first, but it's already inside the base. And now Falcons will literally just keep throwing bodies. And they're working on the base as much as Liquid wants to defend. Falcons will take game number 1.
I mean, they've been spending a lot of time in the gym together as a team. They just bodied a Liquid from the very beginning. Phobius, Baksha, Hilda, Valentina, setting up Super Marco in the late game.
And as we said with that Lord push, there was only so this.
I didn't think they'd actually go for it.
Oh yes, the fanning.
Okay.
Oh wait, will he get the new skin? Is he just gonna Julian? No, right?
We've seen, we have seen Carl TZ play Julian before.
Oh, there's one jungle that I've been looking for, Lucas.
Ah.
And there's no Valentina on board right now. It might be all right, actually, for any of these two.
Lucas alongside this box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you some basics of
All right,
science.
that sounds like...
Of
Oh!
course. How could I forget?
How could I forget that?
I forgot, too, that he's on 100% win rate for Harley right now.
Oh!
With the Yuzhong, a little throwback.
It's power picks, man.
It's power picks, man.
I gotta respect the power picks. It's liquid. I'm very liquid leaning right now for this draft.
Should we also count the high loss as a power pick for Daddy JP?
Yeah, at this point,
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody basically got a power pick. Carl TZ is, again, this is Carl TZ
Yeah.
on the Harley, so we can say it is going to be a power pick.
Bro, Suyo here sad, Lucas here sad, a lot of junglers here sad.
Everyone's sad.
Everyone's sad here, whatever Falcons decide to go for. Man, just pick up the Lucas and let's put up a funny game.
A funny game.
Let's make this funny. Even Alpha I'm not okay with here.
Not even Bauman.
Oh, I
No.
think you
Oh,
look
wait.
at Kyle. He's trying to get the confirmation here, too.
What's your command?
What is it?
Yo!
The look for confirmation from Kyle. He's like, are you sure? Can I go with this?
I didn't think they'd actually go for it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The fanning.
Okay.
Quick little prayer from Kyle, though. I think even he acknowledged it. Oh, this is a
Because there's a high loss,
This is a
there's
fanny game. Yeah, it's
petrify.
exactly like this is a really tough game for a fanny, dude. But hell, if they could find that rotation, they could keep that snowball. But look how close right now here is our ratings. But you have to respect the fact that Sanford now has a Yuzhong. Undefeated this season, not just in his hands, but overall as a pick. And Harley is undefeated in MPL Philippines Season 17 as well.
Maybe this is the answer. Team Falcons will have an answer for this Harley that has just been terrorizing everyone with his magic tricks and deadly magic. Let's find out here. Again, you guys can let us know. You had the QR from earlier on. You can predict this match right now. There's potential sweep for Team Falcons if they can make it happen here, or can TLPH find the adjustment they needed as we jump into the game.
Looking at the trade, I think it might be a little bit more Ogun Haji prioritized.
Yeah, okay. Maybe already using the Revitalize.
Yeah. Part of the early game trade. Want to maximize the time that Sanji will be able to dish out the Void Blasts. Fighter Emblem, Rupture, Mage Emblem, Fighter for the Claude, Fighter for the Fanny. Okay, yep, pretty standard emblems that we have here.
Okay. Standard, but the compositions aren't exactly standard, at least from what we've seen. Maybe for TLPH in a sense. Well, Sanford actually getting poked down quite a bit.
Man, Flap is handling...
Seems like he wanted to take that. Oh!
Bye-bye, purple buff.
I had no idea!
So
Yeah.
Kyle started orange.
No, because Ogwin was...
Yep.
Yeah.
No
Oh.
one protected the purple buff. Oh, that's not the start that Falcons wants with their Fanny.
Nah.
Good read by Liquid to just take it away.
Oh, Kyle, though! That was so close!
Unless they can actually continue to pressure Carl Teasy, but no, I think they just call it off.
What was that?
Oh, no.
Something's breaking midnight in the Filipino disc.
I got to say, he is one of the... He is a Fanny player, so maybe it's that. Maybe
He's hiding out.
the purple buff isn't available. He knows how much that hurts.
Oh, Falcons. I think they have to give Turtle one. See if they could just get a flank elsewhere, but with how safely Teddy is playing, how safely now Sanford is playing, they'll have the advantage for Turtle. That's Turtle 1 for Liquid.
Okay. Already level 4 too. It's not like Falcons are trying to approach this objective though. So there might not be any major team fight just yet.
Yeah. Feels bad for Kyle. Dude was already praying. It's like, oh man, this is going to be a really tough Fanny game. He did not expect that. That's because he loses his buff. Oh, Marco
Oh!
dashing out right in time.
Yeah.
He survives, he's going to grab that gold card too, so he gets to level 4, he'll survive, reset. Had to burn the flicker though, so with that being down, that's clear signals for TLPH to go ahead and try to make a play there, especially having a Harley. Oh!
Okay, there was an intent to find that pickoff. I think it was why did it suddenly not, why did the Petrify not connect?
No, but it's a really quick one, and then he just Bravest Fighter'd out.
Oh yeah, timings of the Bravest Fighter.
Yeah. So a quick little jump out there by Flap. No, and I think they were just slightly hesitant because they saw Kyle, even without the purple buff, just fly through. Let's see if we'll finally get it this time. Ooh. Teddy getting forced back by Marco. Experiences this exact trade, the Harith versus the Claude, when he went up against Avero and Onyx Philippines last week, and Marco won that. Very comfortable with that trading.
Okay, Kyle has a purple buff now. That's gonna be a pick off on Sanji, unless
Flicker burned.
Flicker burned, yeah.
Stays alive, but now Kyle can actually play, try to make some moves here with the purple buff.
Yeah.
Poking back and forth in the mid, though, and that's one of the things, too, is just building into the rotation next to the next turtle. KarlTzy taking a trip, throws out his deadly magic.
Okay.
No, yeah, they're not going to be able to catch KarlTzy here.
Yeah. Going to be able to get the Lizard. Good defense by Falcons. It's a slight 400 gold lead for KarlTzy's Harley, and they need to make sure that Kyle gets all the farm that he can get. Going to go to this orange buff, but here comes Sanford with a signature peek into the jungle of the opposing team. Not going to go for a full dive. Doesn't want to risk it into the wall, but Liquid are now eyeing the bottom lane as the turtle has spawned.
Okay. Ogwen 2 trying to help Super Marco. Now it'll take Teddy a bit more time to come here, but it's Liquid for pulling this objective. That's the Glorious Pathway already committed. 3 members showing up. Kyle joining in, but it's Karl who secures the turtle. KarlTzy gets sculpted by the Petrify, and KarlTzy picks up first blood.
Petrify in the air, but here's Flap in the back.
Okay, Sanji will not get out of this, but there's the Blazing Duet coming in from Teddy. Flap gets taken out. Super Marco, though, looking for the trade, but Sanford still survives, and now it's JP locking them in.
Whoa.
He might just actually find the kill, and he does!
JP gets his revenge from the last game. They do get punished under the turret, and Kyle's back.
Okay, Teddy will get taken down too. Haji, can he survive the deadly magic? The damage is not enough, but the space escape saves him.
He didn't have the energy. Sanford spots Kyle, and the sequence has finally ended. What a fight! And crazy trading by these two was stunned by Flap under 40.
Okay, that's the San duo you're up against, but Flap will most likely get out of this anyway. Open though. Oh, can he actually finish the kill on Sanford? He does, but Flap, he might get punished here too. Leads one last hit, and JP once again gets the job done.
Oh, I don't know if that was worth it. Kyle a little bit too late, but man, they lose 2 off of that play. Potentially Haji.
It's actually a double kill. Kyle, can he finally end it here? No! They're revitalized too! Clutch save from Daddy JP!
Back and forth, but Liquid clearly wins the trades. And the last time we saw Karl play this hero was in Season 7.
Whoa.
Woo! The card trick from the GOAT. That, I mean, he last played Harley in MPLPH Season 7. That is insanity that we saw Harley in his hands.
10 seasons ago.
That's why I'm like, I was gonna say a decade ago, but yeah,
it's not
that's
really.
5 years ago.
Bro, the Clippers are so happy right now. They have so many clips to get from this game number 2.
Post all of them.
Liquid has advantage. They have Turtle Sanford in the mid.
Oh, they're trying to take down Haji, forcing out the Crimson Beacon already. Sanji too doesn't get stunned by the Land Shaker, and Karl secures the objective for Team Liquid. Now that's a flicker once again. That's the real world manipulation too. Flap doesn't actually get away.
I mean, think about it. You're trying to escape. You're trying to get away. There's a real-world manipulation and a glorious pathway keeping you from getting away. That is almost impossible to get away from.
JP, we posed this question earlier. Oh wait, Dragon!
Oh, Black Dragon form coming in for 40. Doesn't have to petrify though. But that's gonna be the purple buff stolen away yet again, and a kill! Teddy with a blazing do it together with a deadly magic.
Steady Teddy coming in at the perfect time to take down Kyle. Falcons just cannot find the wins. And we asked earlier, at this point, is it a signature high loss for JP? You're damn right it is.
It's a very sad day for Khalid Rome.
Oh, no.
And speaking of Khalid Rome, he might just go down once again. Unfortunately, he has the quick Sanford, but will Flap actually find the turnaround here? That's Haji too, trying to take down Sanji, but Sanji is gonna be okay.
Oh, no purple buff, so no follow through. Team Falcons has no option but to get out.
No way, KarlTzy, I see you, I see you! Flap! He could not handle that damage.
Oh, Sanford, does he want to actually initiate under the turret here? He's
Probably not against him.
Yeah. Okay, he's backing off. Man, TLPH has not let up. And interesting enough, Team Falcons continues to throw themselves at him. I think they forgot they have a different team composition than the one that allowed them to throw bodies in game one.
Yeah, but at the same time, Liquid has hella slows, man. The Hylos and the Eve, I think, that's what's messing up Flap and Ogren a lot. They commit dashes to engage. But then they realize with all of the slows stacking up, they have no way out. They either have to burn the flicker or the rest of the team is forced to join into the fight to try and help them get out, which is a detriment to them because Liquid still has resources to win the fight.
Okay. That's one resource down though, but I don't think it'll matter for Liquid.
All part of the plan.
Because they've been working on this Lord all along.
Yep, clean Lord.
Yeah, I could legit feel how excited the desk is when it comes to these picks that we're seeing, all these signature power picks.
Power picks around and just the way that, again, these two teams historically have played against each other.
Yeah.
You know, there's a reason, again, why it's called the Clash of Titans, and this one's well on its way to go into a Game 3, unless somehow, someway, Team Falcons pulls a miracle.
Oh.
And I don't know if that miracle is going to be all Super Marco, because even with this Harith, I don't know if that's enough to go ahead and turn this game around. Kyle himself has to somehow catch up with this. So he's trying to go for Sanji.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Again, tried. There isn't much energy left for him anymore. KarlTzy space escape. Can he find Kyle? There is going to be enough room for him, but look at Teddy and Sandy! That's the only one left on Team Falcon's side!
Welcome to the MPL, Steady Teddy! Perfect blazing duet with the Petrify, Furious Dive, and the real world manipulation!
Oh goodness, Law & Order did not land on Kyle, but he does get to cut the wave. They still have one min-one alongside Liquid though. Can this be enough? But they're not gonna force anything just yet.
Oh no, yeah, Kyle should be able to get out of here.
Okay, Sanji.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay, he gets out. They lose a base turret off of all of that, man. Team Falcons in this game have had their wings clipped. That last team fight, they just got decimated. Now almost a 10K lead for TLPH.
Glowing Wand and Ice Queen Wand with a 2-mana regen necklace to boot. And he also has a belt. No wonder why when KarlTzy's looking for Sanji, there's still a healthy amount of HP left for the Eve.
Yeah.
And the Ice Queen one, really, it's the slows, the layering, that when Falcons decide to commit and dive, they have no out, which forces the rest of Falcons to fight when they're not ready, when they're not healthy. And they don't have the firepower yet to take down Liquid. Are we really going to start out the season with Harley undefeated?
It's looking that way, man. There hasn't been a great answer for the Harley just yet.
Yeah, and previously I think the Claude and the Harith matchup have most of the time been Harith favored.
Yeah.
But this time, looking at the draft for Liquid, it's like multiple members are able to just go in at once. It's not always a free opportunity for the Harley to just lock down on the Claude whenever he does go for the Blazing Duet. He is always constantly pressured by either the Black Dragon form or even the potential deadly magic that can come in from KarlTzy.
Yeah. It's really just the damage, man. How much health Harley can take out, and it's so easy for any Harley. Deadly magic, a few poker tricks here and there, then you're fine. Even if you don't kill your target, you bring them down low enough to force a reaction. You force back. That builds you into a 5 versus 4 advantage, even though you use your ultimate. But it's such a big win for you because you get to recontrol the map. And Liquid and Karl have just been doing that over and over again.
Yeah, it's so interesting when we saw that pick pop up for the first time back in M7, and there was a whole lot of discussion about it, how it worked really well. I believe it was TNC that first debuted it during the tournament, and you know, ever since then, you've seen this kind of evolution build in with the Harley, and you know, surprisingly so, it's been picked up so many times, hasn't lost just yet. And like you said, one of the biggest factors is just how threatening of a pick it is. And even the itemization that he goes through, you know, he's so elusive as a hero that you think, okay, we can kill him, we can blow him up, but he gets out of most situations so easily.
Yeah, and Kyle, by the way, still can't get his hands on his purple buff.
Kyle, I feel like just hasn't been able to play much this game.
Yep. Nope. It's how Team Liquid handled their initial rotation. how Falcons completely failed in communicating to
Whoa.
protect the purple. Oh, hell
Haji.
nah.
Oh, actually, for this.
Whoa,
Go for it! He will get traded out though. Flap 2 with 3-man setup with the latch shaker and the raging Sandstorm as well. But the damage is just lacking.
Teddy.
Teddy going for Marco, but he finally actually escapes. But they cannot escape. A game 3 handed over by Liquid.
Stay steady, you've got Teddy. Liquid now and Falcons have traded one-sided dominating wins. And we will get a game number 3 for Clash of the Titans. So what a bounce back by the Cavalry.
And there we go. We're going to a game 3 for the Clash of Titans. That's what we expected here. And there's the red carpet walk from. Is this now?
No,
that was earlier. I was like,
earlier,
that
yeah.
was earlier. That was earlier.
Okay,
so
so
they got the buff.
The Nay.
They got the Naba.
The Nay.
Dude, this was a non-stop action game for game 2 right here. This I
was
don't think
fun.
anybody got to breathe.
No, because it was fun. It was a Harley, Fanny jungle match.
Yeah, back and forth. You have a juice in too, but I think there's one play I'm looking for. It was the interplay between Flap and Ogren that actually led to Liquid just winning over and over again. It was, I think it was right after this. Flap would come back, and then you see him trying to chase and take down someone, and then you see the hesitation a little bit from Ogren. It's like, should we? Can we? Do we try this? They do get the trade, but then it ended up becoming unfavorable for them. So we won't see the. We'll see the Teddy highlights now. Too many slows, too many dashes. They messed up the initial purple buff take for Kyle. Ever since then, Kyle was just uncomfortable. They completely lost their flow, and Liquid just rode with it and coasted to victory.
I was surprised the Black Dragon form actually went back at that moment, but it was probably a sacrifice that they were able to calculate nonetheless. Still, Falcons looked like they were trying to go for the defense, but okay. That's the goal. That's the goal right there. Ban all junglers. I'm gonna be okay.
There's
All right.
Please ban a hero. Your team is banning. Please pick a hero.
Rain Blaze!
The enemy is picking.
The Immortal One chose me to vanquish the shadows that plague this world.
Please pick a hero.
Hope will find a way, even when all is forlorn.
First rule around here, break all the
enemy
rules.
is picking.
This is my tempo.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.
tempest and steel. I am the divine storm.
Class is in session, so do behave.
We shall stand fast to the very end.
Butterfly is born by thy wish, guided by lantern's light.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on and on.
Welcome to Moba Legends.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed. After this, gear up. We're taking over this city.
क्लाउड भी चलता है.
Major Corps got military tech, but we've got black market ingenuity.
Enemy invading jungle.
Can't trust anyone in this artificial city, especially the suits. First blood. I'm gonna be a legend in these neon-soaked streets. Just you watch. Cyber runners like me operate on the edge of society. Catch this! Blasted cyberware malfunctioned again. I'm gonna turn you into cyber dust. Ally has been slain.
Enemy reach level 4.
An enemy has been slain. Request backup. Okay. Ally has been slain. The enemy has slain the turtle. Shut down. I only took this gig for the creds. Time to let loose. Style and attitude got me this front. Damn this city. Ally has been slain. Shoot, I almost flatlined. Our turret has been destroyed.
Yeah. Fucking clickers.
Style and you have slain an enemy. Request backup. Blasted cyberware malfunctioned again.
है क्या टीम है?
Enemy invading jungle.
Time to let loose.
क्या नूब टीम है यार.
The enemy has slain the turtle. Blasted cyberware malfunctioned again. After this score, I'll have to get a look for a while. They won't know what hit them. Shut down. Ally has been slain. Can't trust anyone in this artificial city. Time to let loose. Back him. Double kill. Coming in hot. Time for you to crash and burn. Launch attack. Catch this. After this score, an enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Double kill. Cyber runner, what do you mean? Master attack. Our turret has been our inhibitor turret is
Cut.
Our turret has been destroyed. Our turret has been destroyed. Catch this! I'm gonna be a legend in these neon-soaked streets. Oh, check out this tech. Can't trust anyone in this artificial sky. Especially our turret is under attack. Catch this!
Enemy battle spell on CD.
Initiate retreat! I only took this gig for the credits. Initiate retreat! Initiate retreat! Time to let him loose! The Major Corps got military tech, and we've got black market. Slain! Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Style got me this far. Initiate retreat! Under attack.
क्या कुछ नहीं यार.
Cyber runners like me operate on the edge of society. Our inhibitor Our turret has been destroyed. You have slain an enemy. Hope we'll find a way.
So you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes up. I lost control of this paradise with honesty right now. With the dead of the night.
Your team is banning.
Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Control.
Please ban a hero. The enemy is picking.
I am a daughter of Northern Vale.
Your team
I
is
swear
picking.
to protect it till my last breath.
Crowned by heaven's mandate, my legacy shall endure.
Ocean is not just our
The
home.
enemy is picking.
It is who we are.
Gaze upon the edge of the void.
Some lessons need to be repeated.
Your team is picking.
They call me a hero because I saved my nation from falling apart.
I'm born with
The enemy
talent.
is picking.
True love is like blood.
Hope will find a way, even when
Please
all
pick
is
a hero.
forlorn.
Welcome to Moba Legends.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
これは俺の戦いだ。もう 俺はとっくに目を閉じた。俺のもっと闇の中にした。やめる理由はない。過去を切るのは俺だ。動くだ。やめる理由はない。燃え尽きろ。容赦はしない。なぎ払いすり抜ける。何の造作もない。格の違いを教えてやる。カトン交流化の術。湧いてくる。動くだ。厄介だな。
On CD.
あんたの死に様を。もうスサノ探土。
Turret has been destroyed. Slain. Our turret is under attack. Launch attack. Shut down.
やめる理由はない。
Enemy invading jungle. Enemy ult on feeding.
Launch attack. Ally has been slain.
スサノ探土。もう格の違いを
Our turret is under attack. The enemy has slain the turtle. Our turret has been destroyed.
燃え尽きろ。
Our turret is under attack. Our turret is under attack.
俺はとっくに目を閉じた。俺の目的は闇の中にしかない。スサノ探土。 この程度の傷じゃまだまだこの先がどんな闇だ。突き進んでやる。どんなスサノ探土。
Our turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed.
燃え尽きろ。もうまだまだ待ちか。 今度は俺が陽動をかける。俺はとっくに目を閉じた。俺の目的は闇の中にしか。
Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
スサノ探土。湧いてくる。
Initiate retreat. Shut down. That's
なぎ払いすり抜ける。何の造作もない。
Our turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed. The enemy has slain Lord. Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
後を切るのは俺だ。
Initiate.
ちとは相入れない道にいる。これを待って。なぎ払いすり抜ける。何の造作もない。戦の格土。燃え尽きろ。今度は俺が陽動をかける。燃え尽きろ。
Among a myriad of stars.
Right now, man, active. Gone with the game like a bandit. We bring the flame like a mattress. Let's me know. But don't just like this active. Stand up and tell us I'm out there. Active. 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 One look like massive. Packing up on off the brandish. Control and hold the world. Bumbo clad mash me. When we step out, hold this game active. 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 Connection. Toca y me vacila 10 de 100. Ahora es tu si retrega constantemente. She's smoking glass, casi carats. Mi nombre por tu ciudad. Baby, si es que lo escuché el vecino de atrás. Let's hop and cash. Y si preguntan la que hay, she want it, I got it, acabo de fixar. Let's go to class, la partidita al solitario. You're a double round, yeah. Eso que tiene duplicado, yeah. Muévemelo para el otro lado, yeah. Oh yeah, baja ese montón, tranquilo, sáltame los botones. Los mamas, y a mí me hacemos con todas las posiciones. Oh no, otro cero. Rugian si lo meto un aguacero. BBM, very big monetero. Quieren dinero, fundiendo cobre en la que hay. Que no me corre la que hay. Fundiendo cobre en la que hay. Que no me corre la que hay.